let's haul some books. Whew, okay, I'm a little red today. I'm like, I've been outside, so my hair's a little messy and my face is a little red. But we're gonna go ahead and do a book haul because the books that I have ordered have come in. I don't have this month's Fairy Loot, but I do have the one that has been delayed for so long. So I'm very excited to show that off. I'm very excited to get to that book. A lot of my friends have already told me I'm gonna love it, so I'm very excited. But let's start this haul with the books that I have purchased myself. First of those being Some Desperate Glory by Emily Tesh. Now, I'm very excited for this one. As you guys know, sci-fi has been something I have been drawn to hardcore over the last few years. My book came with a ding in it, and I'm a little upset about that, but I'm not so fussed about it. I buy most of my books used anyway, so it's fine. But I've heard that if you like Lyndon A. Lewis, if you like Megan E. O'Keefe, then this is an easy transition, easy pickup. It says, a thrillingly told queer space opera about the wreckage of war, the family you find, and who you must become when every choice is stripped from you. Some Desperate Glory is astounding award winner and Crawford Award finalist, Emily Tesh's debut novel. And it has kind of like The Handmaid's Tale kind of feel to it, but sci-fi space opera-y. And so I'm very, very excited for this one. Another easy purchase for me is Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands. This is on my 12 books by 12 friends, and I believe I put this on my 24 books I want to read in 2024. I'm very excited. I loved the first book. Now, I'm a little sad that this is the copy I own of this because I was not quick enough to jump on the Fairy Loot version. And so I have one that is like this and then one that is the Fairy Loot size. So they're not the same size. And this is printed on the hardcover and has that matte feel to it that I really love. But like I said, I loved the first book. I'm excited to continue with Emily and Wendell. Is that his name? Wendell's story? Yes. They had like the best banter I've read in a long time, and I really thought that their relationship was adorable. And it's rivals to lovers, but kind of not academic rivals to lovers. Not really much dark academia to go on in this, so don't pick it up on that basis, but very excited to continue. Okay, now for one that I am excited for. I am excited for it, but I'm also a little nervous. This is a book that's on my 12 by 12 because of Nico, and that would be The Will of the Many by James Islington. Islington, not really sure which one's correct. I've heard it both ways. But this is a Romanesque Red Rising. I've heard it talked about as like MLM style magic. But basically, the lower you are, the like your will's taken to power the levels above you, all that stuff. And I think it sounds interesting. I've heard the comparisons to Red Rising, like I said, and basically we have some guy from the lower echelons infiltrating the higher echelons of society. And this has been praised up, down, left, and right. And why did Nico put it on my 12 by 12? Because he was fairly sure I was the one person that would disagree. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited though. I've heard nothing but great things, which does kind of put me off to a book. I want to hear criticism. I want to know what people don't like about it so that I don't go into this thinking it's the best book ever and then it's not. So we'll see, but I do own it now. And then I have been not uploading videos, which I'm sure you guys have noticed, but I've had a lot of stress due to some insomnia and other things, but last week I did a whole round of ARC reviews, ARCs that I was behind on, and there was one that has been the only 5-star I've given this year, and that would be The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. This is Sherlock meets Attack on Titan. And if you don't know what that means, we have a mystery at the heart of this story. We have a harebrained detective who has an addiction to opioids and their assistant who tries to keep them on track, Sherlock and Watson. And so that's kind of where that comes into play. And then we have leviathans that live on the outside of this city that has all of these walls, and there are different rings. And the outer rings obviously are in the most danger from being attacked by these leviathans. And yeah, that's the world, and then we have the Sherlockian mystery to go along with it. I thought this was excellent. I love Robert Jackson Bennett's writing. I think he did the Sherlockian character justice here. I loved the Leviathan element of this. Just really, really, really good book. And like I said, it's the only 5-star I have given this year. Now let's move on to a 5-star prediction that I have. This is the latest Fairy Loot book that I have received, A Feather So Black. This is inspired by Swan Lake. Now, everyone I have talked to has absolutely loved this book. And so I'm just very excited to get to it. Most of the people that I know had like ARC review copies of it. But yeah, I mean, the book itself is absolutely stunning. Again, I've heard nothing but good things about it. Let me see if we can... A Feather So Black is a sizzling fantasy romance set in the world of perilous magic and moonlit forest, spinning a seductive tale of a changeling princess, her cursed sister, and the dangerous Fey Lord she must defeat to save her family. Oh, I forgot to show you. It is also signed. I'm so excited for this. Oh, I love it when they do the letter to the reader, like bound in to the book. I love that. But yeah, this is based on Swan Lake. So adding the Fae and a dark Fae Lord into that, and I'm just pumped. I'm pumped. And then lastly, we have my Book of the Month selections, and I could not pass this one up. Simone St. James, Murder Road. I love mysteries that have a paranormal twist to them. Simone St. James always has a paranormal tilt to her thrillers, and so I'm looking forward to this a lot. This definitely screams more horror than it does a lot of her other books. This is a young couple find themselves haunted by a string of gruesome murders committed along an old deserted road in this terrifying new novel from the best-selling author of the Book of Cold Cases, which I think the Book of Cold Cases is the only one that I do not own by Simone St. James. I need to get on that. So I read The Broken Girls last year, gave it 5 stars. It's probably the best thriller I've ever read, so I was very excited to be picking up more. And like I said, I think the Book of Cold Cases is the only one I don't own at this point. And so I loved Part of Your World. I got Yours Truly when it was the Book of the Year nominee, and so I couldn't pass up Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I think Abby Jimenez is right up there with Ali Hazelwood for me, so I'm very excited to get to Yours Truly and to Just for the Summer. Don't know when I'll get to this. I will probably read this in the summer, so it will probably be like June or July that I get to this, but I want to. I know Esme, who has very similar reading taste to me, just gave this 5 stars, and so that makes me very happy. Also, there's always little animals on the covers, so if you are looking for like animal on the cover for a bingo or something that you need a prompt, there's always animals on these. And the Part of Your World has a goat. But yeah, very, very excited. And then one that at the time of purchase, I didn't realize this was a fantasy romance, but I could not pass up this cover, Dragon Fruit. That cover is just absolutely stunning. By Micaiah Lucer. I want to say Lucifer because that's what it looks like. In the old tales, it is written that the egg of a sea dragon, dragon fruit, holds within it the power to undo a person's greatest sorrow. But as with all things that offer hope, when hope has gone, the tale comes with a warning. Every wish demands a price. So, oh, let me show you the back of this too. Isn't that cute? It's like a little fruit bat. But yeah, I'm very excited to get to this one. I haven't heard much about it though, other than a lot of people that I know are really interested in picking it up. Maybe I will do that soon. See if I can read it sometime in the near future. Oh my goodness. Okay, so is this YA? I'm curious because the lettering is humongous. This should be a quick read, a very quick read, like humongous writing. Okay, that is it for my book haul. I am still waiting on April's Fairy Loot, so that'll be in my next haul. And I will see you guys later. Don't forget I have a Patreon if you would like to connect with me that way. Help support the channel and what I do here. And I do post a lot to my Patreon that doesn't always show up on YouTube, and I do have good discussions with my patrons on Discord as well. So have a great day. Bye.